Good afternoon and welcome to Weslaco, Texas. We are on the campus of Weslaco East High School and the Weslaco East High School Gymnasium for today's district matchup between the visiting team, the Lady Raiders of Brownsville Rivera High School, and your very own Lady Wildcats. As we mentioned, this is a district matchup between both ball clubs. Both ball clubs playing well this year. The Lady Raiders come in coached by Mary Elizabeth Avilar Guerra. And of course, your Lady Wildcats are led by head coach Zanya Gurena and assisted by Vicky Vasquez. Lady Raiders, Gianna Cantu, Melanie Garza, and Brianna Ibarra all up in front. In the back row, we have Cassandra Pardo, along with Alondra Garcia. And right now they got Zandria Johnson, but looks like the libero, Tiffany Garza, will be substituting for someone as soon as we get closer to the actual start time. Lady Wildcats in the back row, Yvette Gonzalez, Avery Cavazos, and Jackie Martinez up front. It's going to be Elena Espinosa, along with Azariah Chavadin Rivens and a Lady Lopez. Libero Priscilla Quintanilla as well for Lady Wildcats. Almost said Lady Raiders, got them both confused there. Lady Wildcats is standing off to the side. She'll be coming in. We had a substitution already. Looks like Hannibal Blanco will step onto the court for the Lady Raiders. And there goes the libero, Tiffany Garza, coming in. She'll be in the back row. And as does Priscilla Quintanilla for the Lady Wildcats. Referees giving out their last-minute instructions. They hand the ball off to the Lady Raiders, who will begin with the serve. And it's going to be Tiffany Garza back serving. Goes to the back row, Quintanilla. Third shot, got to get over. Lady Lopez does a great job, but what hustle on the side of Avery Cavazos. And that's a kill by the Lady Raiders, 1-0. Just about to say that Quintanilla misjudged it a little bit, but was able to keep it in play, but Avery Cavazos just hustled and tracked it down to keep it alive. That one put right back by Melanie Garza, and just like that, it's 2-0 Lady Raiders on top. Tiffany Garza serving. Cavazos, Lopez, get it over. Second shot right at the net, but again, Melanie Garza, great play at the net, this time on the offensive side. Is that one not quite sure if it was going to make it over as it was dancing on top of the net, but Garza strong up there, gets it over. 3-0 Lady Raiders on top. Garza with the serve. Lopez sends it over. Set it up. Bottom of your screen. Brianna Ibarra. That's in. That's a kill for your Lady Wildcats. Elena Espinosa. 1-3. And it'll be a Lady Lopez with the serve. Lopez serving. Out. 4-1 Lady Raiders on top. Substitutions being had on the side of the Lady Raiders. Onto the court does come Mia Guerrero, and she'll go back to serve. The serve from Guerrero. Quintanilla. Lopez sets it up here to the bottom. Good play there by Espinosa. Defense of the Lady Raiders were ready for that when Espinosa tracks it down. Third shot, got to get over. It does. Played well in the backcourt by Guerrero for the Lady Raiders. And that's a kill from Pardo. 5-1 Lady Raiders on top. Good set to Pardo, and she just let it rip. Guerrero serving for the Lady Raiders. Quintanilla. Lopez will set it up to Chavadin Rivens. Little dink across. Middle set. And that is Garza with another spike. And now the score is 6-1. Once again, serving is Guerrero. Lopez with the set. Pushed over. What hustle from Cantu, as that was a little dink from Espinosa, and she thought she had played it well, but Cantu hustles and keeps it alive. Good job again by Espinosa to keep it in play. And a kill once again from Pardo. And now it is 7-1, Lady Raiders on top. Mia Guerrero with the serve. Back is Cavazos. Second shot over by Lopez. Set to Pardo again. She gets it across. Espinosa played well. Here's Espinosa. Has it blocked by Garza. But the Lady Raiders couldn't capitalize on that. They send it out and long. And that's a point for your Lady Wildcats. Now they trail by 5-7, and they'll send number 5, Elena Espinosa, back to serve. Here comes the serve from Espinosa. Middle set. Dink from Garza, played well by Bautista. This time Garza with a big spike, and it goes down for a point. 8-2, Lady Raiders on top. Just a little while ago, we talked about the little dink played well by Bautista. She was ready for that one. She was not fooled. But the Lady Raiders able to capitalize and get the point, and now they are up by 6, 8-2. Gianna Cantu serving for the Lady Raiders. Off the net, point, 9-2. That's a very difficult ball to play. When it hits the net, you just don't know where it's going to go. Quintanilla, Lopez, Bautista. Played well by the Lady Raiders as they were ready for that one. Pardo. Lopez with a save. Across by the Lady Wildcats. Set it up again in the middle to Garza, and that's a kill. 10-2, 8-point lead for the Lady Raiders. And Coach Gorena wants a timeout to talk things over with her Lady Wildcats as they are down by 8 here in set number 1. As they take a timeout on the court, we'll do that just as well. We'll be right back right here with more volleyball right here on KWES. Back from the timeout, 10-2, Lady Raiders on top. Lopez, Gonzalez, and Chavarin Rivens up front for the Lady Wildcats. Bautista, Quintanilla, and Zuniga in the back. Chased down by Lopez, sent over by Gonzalez. Set to Garza again. And that one off the floor. Good effort from Zuniga. Just could not get her hands underneath it. And now it's 11-2, Lady Raiders on top. Gianna Cantu serving. Quintanilla, Bautista, second shot over. Set in the middle again to Garza. A little dink, but great play by Chavarin Rivens as she was up there for the block and able to keep an eye on it as the little dink and get her hand on it and send it across. Again, Garza, this time successful with another spike, and it's a 10-point lead for the Lady Raiders, 12-2. Gianna Cantu with the serve. First shot right back across from Zuniga. Pardo sends it over. Point, Lady Raiders. Chavarin Riven's doing a good job at the net, trying to keep it from coming across, but it hit the net, came right back. They're going to say it was net play by the Lady Raiders, so it's going to be a point for the Lady Wildcats, 3-12, and with that point, now it's 4-12. Lady Wildcats trailing. They'll serve, and it's Priscilla Quintanilla. That's going to be long, and now it's 13-4. Lady Raiders on top. Melanie Garza will be serving for the Lady Raiders. That's long. 5-13. Lady Wildcats down. Substitutions being made. Coming onto the court is Yvette Gonzalez, and she'll go back to serve. Here comes the serve from Gonzalez. Set it up. Garza, I'm sorry, that's not Garza, that's Ibarra. Wide, point, Lady Wildcats. 6-13, clawing their way back. Yvette Gonzalez serving. Set it up to Johnson. Johnson gets it over as it was set a little too far behind her. Great save there by Mia Guerrero, but they send it long, and it's another point for your Lady Wildcats as they begin to claw back into this one. Now just down by 6. The lead was 10. Gonzalez serving. Set to Johnson. Blocked at the net by Jackie Martinez. Martinez got up there and sent it right back, and now 8-13 is the score. Gonzalez serving. Set, top of your screen to Ibarra. She pushes it across. Played well by Bautista. Back set to Lopez. Lopez had to just push it over as it was just too close to the net. Johnson, but again, Martinez with a great play at the net to keep it alive. This time to Pardo. Again, Martinez with another block. Lady Wildcats looking for 4 hits, but it was blocked by Martinez. Got to get it over. Pardo does. Delgadillo with the save. Lopez pushing it back to the corner, and that's another point. 9-13, and they've got it down to 4. What great play by the veteran, Lady Lopez, as she saw the corner wide open and put it right there. Johnson got to get it over, gets it into the net. 10-13. And now the Rivera Lady Raiders want a timeout as their 10-point lead has been cut down to just 3. We'll be right back. Wow. Back from the timeout. Lady Wildcats were down by 10, now only trail by 3 here in set number 1, 10-13. Serving for your Lady Wildcats, Yvette Gonzalez. Set it up to Johnson. Delgadillo gets under that one, sends it across, and at the net for the Lady Raiders is Ibarra, puts it right back, and they come up with a point to stop the bleeding. They are up 14-10, and they're going to send Cassandra Pardo back to serve. Here comes the serve from Pardo. Delgadillo. Gonzalez. Bautista. Into the net. 15-10. Pardo serving. Here comes the serve from Pardo. Delgadillo. Quintanilla. Lopez. Middle set. Sent over by Ibarra. Little confusion on the Lady Wildcats, but good hustle by Delgadillo to keep it alive. Johnson with the kill. 16-10. Lady Raiders with 3 quick points here to extend their lead to 6. They're up by 10. Lady Wildcats came back, brought it to within 3, and now it's a 6-point lead. And it's going to be the Lady Raiders. Cassandra Pardo with the serve. Sent over by Quintanilla. Little miscommunication that she was supposed to have that one for the Raiders. They lose it 11-16. Lady Wildcats down and they'll serve. Avery Cavazos comes onto the court. She'll go back to serve. Here comes the serve from Cavazos. That goes into the net, 17-11. Onto the court for the Lady Raiders is going to be Hannibal Blanco. She'll go back to serve. Serve from Blanco. Quintanilla. Hustled down and tracked down by Martinez. Quintanilla sends it over. They'll set it to Johnson. Johnson with another spike. 18-11. Lady Raiders now up by 7. 18-11 is the score. Hannibal Blanco serving. Delgadillo, Lopez. Long from Espinosa. 19-11. Blanco continues to serve for the Lady Raiders. Delgadillo, Lopez. Blocked at the net, but it goes out of bounds, and it's a point for your Lady Wildcats. A couple of substitutions being had. One of those, Jessica Salazar, comes onto the court. She'll go back to serve, trailing 12-19. Goes into the net. 20-12 is now the score. Melanie Garza comes back on the court for the Lady Raiders, and they'll send Tiffany Garza back to serve. The serve from Garza. Quintanilla, Lopez. Sets it across to Espinosa. And that's a point for the Lady Raiders. 21-12 is now the score. Garza serving. Sent to go across. Let's set it up to Pardo. What a save by Gonzalez. Lopez got to get it over. She does. Garza gets that one to fall. (22-12) is now the score. The Lady Raiders are on top. Here comes the serve from Garza. Sent over, second shot. Good play there by Chavarin Rivens. They were expecting something else, the Lady Raiders were, but she caught them sleeping. 13-22, and it's Lopez back to serve. Set, Garza. Over, played well by Gonzalez, and it falls. 14-22. Lady Wildcats trying to get back into this one. Down by 8. Lopez serving. Set to Garza. Good, played great by Quintanilla. Sent across by Gonzalez. Middle set for Garza. She stinks it across. Gonzalez for the Lady Wildcats. Plays it well. And heads up play by Espinosa. But the Lady Raiders were not fooled. What a save by the libero, Tiffany Garza. That one goes into the net. And great play by the Lady Wildcats. And they come up with another point. 15-22 now, only trailing by 7. We're in the first set. Lopez with the serve. Sent across by Ibarra. They'll set it to Espinosa. Garza in the middle. Point, Lady Raiders. 23-15. Lady Raiders leading, and it's going to be Mia Guerrero with the serve. Blocked at the net by Garza and Pardo. And that allowed them to get another point. Now it is set point for the Lady Raiders, 24-15. Mia Guerrero with the serve. Lopez with the set. Blocked by Garza, sent right back by the Lady Wildcats, and they keep it alive. Lopez setting to Espinosa. Lady Raiders are ready. Espinosa right back. And Tiffany Garza with a good save there. That goes into the net. Paid off by the Lady Wildcats. Keep themselves alive here. Trailing 16-24, and they're going to send Elena Espinosa back to serve. Set in the middle to Garza. Point, Lady Raiders. Set one goes to the Lady Raiders, 25-16. They'll change sides, and we will be right back with more Lady Wildcat volleyball right here on KWES. Welcome back to the Weslaco East High School Gymnasium. KWES bringing you Lady Wildcat Volleyball. We are now getting ready to start set number 2. Lady Raiders took set number 1, 25-16. Up front for your Lady Wildcats, they've got Martinez, Gonzalez, and Espinosa. Out back, Quintanilla. A Lady Lopez who will be serving. And we'll get back to you with that as we get started. It's going to be Priscilla Quintanilla. And that's a kill from Johnson. 1-0 Lady Raiders on top. As we had a libero change, and that threw me off for just a little bit. Charlie Delgadillo is now the libero for your Lady Wildcats. Tiffany Garza serving for the Lady Raiders as they lead here in set number 2, 1-0. Espinosa. Lady Raiders were ready, sent over by Garza. Delgadillo. Lopez with the set. Espinosa gets one down, but played well by Guerrero. And sent right back by the Lady Raiders, and now they're up 2-0 here in the second set. Garza, Guerrero, and Pardo in the back row for the Lady Raiders. Ibarra, Cantu, and Garza in the front row for the Lady Raiders. That is going to be a carry on the side of your Lady Wildcats. Playing great at the net with Jackie Martinez. She just wasn't able to separate her hand from the ball. It's just one of those things that she played it so well, it just stuck there. So now it's 3-0 for the Lady Raiders. Now 4-0 as Espinosa couldn't get that one across. Tiffany Garza serving for the Lady Raiders. Delgadillo, Lopez. Sent over by Gonzalez. Garza with the kill. 5-0. Lady Raiders on top here in the second set. Garza serving. Lopez will set it to Espinosa. Block at the net, but it goes wide, and it's a point for your Lady Wildcats. 1-5, and they will send Elena Espinosa back to serve. Not quite ready. Officials timeout as they make sure they got all the substitutions correct. And we just get the nod that they are. That includes Jahaira Rojo, comes onto the court for the first time. Here comes the serve from Espinosa. Garza at the net, played it well. As her momentum was carrying her way too close. And Rojo with a great shot. 2-5, Lady Wildcats down by 3. Espinosa with the serve. That's going to be wide and long. 6-2, Lady Raiders on top. And back to serve is going to be Hannibal Blanco. Here comes the serve from Blanco. Lopez. Espinosa, I'm sorry, not Espinosa, it's Gonzalez. Point, Lady Raiders. 7-2. Blanco will be serving. Lopez. Gonzalez sets it to Martinez. Good block there. Lopez this time sets it to Rojo. That's going to be long. 8-2. It's a 6-point lead for the Lady Raiders. Blanco again with the serve. Lopez. Gonzalez. Rojo pushes it deep. And that falls right in the court. Rojo saw everyone moving forward and pushed it to the back. 3-8 is the score. Avery Cavazos comes onto the court, as does Azariah Chavarin Rivens. And it's going to be Cavazos with the serve. Set in the middle to Garza. Garza gets it down. 9-3 is the score. Now serving for the Lady Raiders is going to be Gianna Cantu. Gonzalez will set it to Rojo. Rojo sends it over. At the net, Chavarin Rivens misjudged her jump. She didn't time it correctly, and because of that, it gets away from her. She was up there quickly, maybe a fraction of a second too quick, and now it's 10-3 Lady Raiders on top. That gets away from the Lady Wildcats. 11-3 is now the score. Cantu serving. Lopez. Gonzalez. Double hit. 13. Timeout called by the Lady Wildcats as they trail by 9, 12-3. We'll be right back. Back from the timeout, 12-3, Lady Raiders on top. Serving is Gianna Cantu for Brownsville. Here comes the serve. Lopez, Gonzalez, set to Lopez. Couldn't be played by the Lady Raiders. And that's a point for your Lady Wildcats, 4-12, down by 8. Now serving's gonna be Yvette Gonzalez. Couldn't be played, as that one went straight to Hazel Gonzalez. And that's another point for your Lady Wildcats, 5-12. Gonzalez with the serve. Garza, point. 13-5 is now the score. And it'll be Garza serving for the Lady Raiders. Delgadillo, Gonzalez, Rojo, and point Lady Wildcat, 6-13. Delgadillo will serve. Back on the court for your Lady Wildcats is Elena Espinosa. Set to Johnson. That's long. 7-13. Delgadillo with the serve. Set it in the middle. Good play by Chavarin Rivens. Lopez sends it over. Got to get over, they do. Delgadillo with another great play. Again, Delgadillo with another save. Lopez with a pushover. They're going to say it's a double hit. Lopez had the right idea. They're going to call her with a double hit. So the score is now 14-7. Lady Raiders on top. We are in the second set. They are up 1-0 as they took the first set 25-16. Here comes the serve from Cassandra Pardo. Set to Delgadillo. I'm sorry, that is Espinosa. And a kill from Johnson. Point, Lady Wildcats. I'm going to say that one of the Lady Raiders ran into the net. 8-14 is the score. And with that, it's going to be a substitution on the court. Priscilla Quintanilla will come on, and it's going to be Quintanilla serving. Set, pushed over by Ibarra. Here comes the shot from Espinosa. They set it to Ibarra. Couldn't be played by the Lady Wildcats, and now the score is 15-8. They'll send onto the court Gianna Cantu, and she'll go back. I'm sorry, not Gianna Cantu. It's going to be Mia Guerrero, and she'll go back to serve. Guerrero serving. Delgadillo. Lopez. Espinosa. She gets that one down. 9-15. Sarai Gonzalez back on the court for your Lady Wildcats, and it's going to be a Lady Lopez serving. They'll set it to Ibarra. Lopez down on the floor, saves it, but they can't get it over in regulation, and it's 16-9, the Lady Raiders on top. Gonzalez back on the court. Lady Raiders made a few substitutions as well, and they're going to send Tiffany Garza back to serve. The serve from Garza. Lopez to Delgadillo, little push over. Raiders are ready for it. Gonzalez will set it to to Espinosa, and this time Espinosa gets it down. And after the point, Espinosa will go back to serve. Rojo back on the court for your Lady Wildcats. Here comes the serve from Espinosa. That's out. 17-10. Lady Raiders up by 7 here in set number 2. Couple of substitutions. Ball was on the floor. I was waiting to see who was going to come get it, and it's going to be Hannibal Blanco. She'll go back to serve. Here comes the serve from Blanco. Lopez, Gonzalez, Rojo. They'll set it up to Pardo. Pardo gets it across. Delgadillo. Third shot got to get over. Lopez calls it. She sends it over. Good senior leadership there on the side of Lopez. She saves it. Delgadillo gets it across to Quintanilla. At the net, pushed across by Garza. Lopez, second shot over. Tracking it down and keeping it in play is Mia Guerrero. Double hit. Lady Wildcats point. Lady Raiders 18-10. It's an 8-point lead. Blanco serving. Lopez. Gonzalez sets it to Rojo. Saved by the Lady Raiders. They'll keep it in play. And Pardo sends it across. Gonzalez at the net. Garza for the Lady Raiders. Pardo again, this time doesn't get it across. And your Lady Wildcats pick up another one. 11-18, down by 7. They'll send in a few Lady Wildcats in substitution. One of them being Azariah Tavarin Rivens. The other being of Avery Cavazos. And Cavazos will go back to serve. Pardo keeps it alive. Lopez with the set. Over by Rojo, and it's going to be wide. Rojo tried to put it to the back corner, but just a little too much to the left, and that's a point for the Lady Raiders. They extend their lead back to 8, 19-11. Gianna Cantu will go back to serve for Brownsville. Delgadillo, Gonzalez to Lopez. That gets over, hustled and tracked down by Gonzalez, and a kill from the Lady Raiders, and now they're up by 9, 20-11. Cantu serving for the Lady Raiders. 9-point lead, 20-11. Gonzalez second shot over. Set to Pardo. And Gonzalez saves it. Delgadillo sends it deep and played well by Blanco in the back row. And a kill from the Lady Raiders, Garza. Melanie Garza. 21-11. It's a 10-point lead here in the second set. Gianna Cantu serving. Lopez. Gonzalez. Rojo. Delgadillo keeps it alive, and that's caught. Hazel Gonzalez came in diving, trying to get her hands underneath it, and as we saw it with the Lady Wildcats earlier with Martinez, you're just playing it so well, it sticks to your hands, and that's what happened right there with Gonzalez, and it's now 12-21, make it 13-21, Wildcats trailing. Gonzalez serving. The serve from Gonzalez. Second shot, they'll set it up to Pardo. She sends it over. Good play there, she was out of bounds. That's in. 22-13. I'm sorry, 14-21. 14-21 as that's a Wildcat point, as that was in. Gonzalez with the serve. Pardo. Set by Gonzalez. Back to Rojo. Pardo sends it over. Rojo extends but couldn't get to it. 22-14 is now the score. Johnson comes onto the court for the Lady Raiders, and they will send Melanie Garza back to serve. Gonzalez with the set. Lopez sends it over. They're going to say it's out. I saw the Lady Raiders trying to play it, but she let it go, and the referee out there in the corner says it was out. So now the Lady Raiders up by score 23-14. And it's Garza with the serve. Delgadillo sends it back. That's long. 24-14, 10-point lead, and it's set point. A chance for the Lady Raiders to go up 2-0. Melanie Garza serving. Gonzalez with the set to Rojo. 15-24, the Lady Wildcats keep themselves in this one. Substitution being made. Elena Espinosa comes back on the court. Charlie Delgadillo will go back to serve. Delgadillo serving, set. That one's over. What play by Lopez and Chavarin Rivens. That one was dancing on top of the net, and Chavarin Rivens just played it. And this time she gets it a little dink to fall. 16-24. Back-to-back play by Chavarin Rivens at the net. Smart heads-up play. Charlie Delgadillo serving. Johnson lays it down, and now that's set number 2 goes to the Lady Raiders by the same score, 25-16. So they lead 2-0 winning both of them 25-16. We'll come right back with set number 3 right here on KWES. Just about to get underway here in set number 3, and they're playing a mix here in the stadium, and the girls enjoy dancing more than they enjoy playing volleyball, it looks like. As we saw all kinds of dance moves being had there on the dance floor, but always a joy to see these young ladies having fun in the sports that they play throughout the years. As we mentioned, set number 3 just about to get underway. Brownsville Rivera Lady Raiders lead this one 2-0, winning both sets by the same score, 25-16. Martinez, Espinosa, and Lopez in the front. In the back, it's going to be Gonzalez, Delgadillo, and Quintanilla for your Lady Wildcats. Serving are the Lady Raiders, and it's going to be Tiffany Garza with the serve. Second shot sent over by Cantu. Set to Espinosa, and she plays it perfectly, lays it down. 1-0, Lady Wildcats on top. Lady Lopez serving for the Lady Wildcats. Garza sends it across. Espinosa, Lopez second shot over. Having to run it down is Cantu, she does. Lady Raiders can't get it over, and the Lady Wildcats up 2-0 here in the third set. Lopez serving. Set to Ibarra. Long 3-0. Lady Wildcats on top. Here comes Lopez's serve. Garza. Out. 4-0. Lady Wildcats on top. Ball traveled on the other side of the court and underneath the bleacher. Delgadillo had to go looking for it. You could see her looking around as she was bobbing her head. Lady Lopez serving. 4-0 is the score. Lady Wildcats up on top here in the third set. Set it up to Garza. Quintanilla. Espinosa. That's wide. And it's now 1-4. Lady Raiders are going to send Blanco onto the court, and she'll go back to serve. Here comes the serve from Blanco. Delgadillo. Lopez. Espinosa. Gets it down. 5-1, Lady Wildcats on top. Garza and Pardo tried to get that block. But again, it played on the net, fell on their side. They just couldn't get it across. Aubrey Zuniga will come in and serve for your Lady Wildcats. Garza gets it down. Point. Lady Raiders. 2-5 is now the score. Gianna Cantu will go back to serve. They'll also send Sofia Ibarra back on the court. Lady Wildcats send Charlie Delgadillo back onto the court, along with Yahaira Rojo. Delgadillo's got to get over. She does. Good play there. Great hustle by Gonzalez as well. In is what the official states. So the score now is 3-5. Lady Raiders trail by 2. Gianna Cantu serving. Serve from Cantu. At the net, played well by the Lady. Double hit called on the Lady Wildcats. 4-5. After being down by 4, the Lady Raiders now down by just 1. The serve from Cantu. Set Gonzalez into the net. 5-5 is now the score. Lady Raiders have come back and tied this one up. Here comes the serve from Cantu. Lopez, Delgadillo, Gonzalez. Good hustle by all three. Lopez will set it to Rojo. Played well at the net by the Lady Raiders. Garza, Delgadillo with the save. He'll set it again to Rojo. Libero, Garza in the back row is ready for it. Delgadillo, the libero for your Lady Wildcats. Defensively playing awesome volleyball here. Sent across by Pardo. They'll set it to Rojo. Pushes it deep. Garza tracks it down. Here comes Pardo. Across. Gonzalez. Lopez. Back to Rojo. Good volley here on both sides. Pardo. Delgadillo couldn't get it. 6-5 Lady Raiders lead for the first time here in the third set. Here comes the serve from Cantu. They'll set it in the middle to Garza. What a block from Martinez. Again, Garza. This time she gets it down, and now it's 7-5. Lady Raiders on top. But what play at the net by your Lady Wildcats. Jackie Martinez. Point Lady Raiders, 8-5. They're up by 3. On that previous one, Jackie Martinez just able to save it and play well at the net. Here comes again this serve from Cantu. Lopez sends it deep. 9-5. It's now a 4-point lead for the Lady Raiders. They were down by 4. Now they lead by 4. 9-5 here in set number 3. We'll be right back with more action from your Lady Wildcats right here on KWES. Back from the timeout, 9-5, Lady Raiders on top. Cantu serving for the Lady Raiders. Here comes the serve from Cantu. Lopez, Gonzalez to Rojo, into the net, 10-5. Cantu serving. Quintanilla, Gonzalez second shot over. They'll set it to Garza. Great block at the net again from Martinez. Seen her playing really good net today. Back deep by Cantu, and back there was Quintanilla. She was prepared for that one. In the set to Pardo, and this time it does go down. 11-5. It's now a 6-point lead for the Lady Raiders. Comes a serve from Cantu, Quintanilla, Gonzalez, Rojo. Set in the middle to Garza. Another point, 12-5. 12-5, Lady Raiders on top. Again, Delgadillo goes and retrieves the volleyball from underneath the bleachers. Not sure how it ends up underneath on the other side as often as it does. But nonetheless, it does. 12-5 is the score. Lady Raiders on top. Cantu serving. That one out of bounds. 6-12. As the point goes to the Lady Wildcats, and onto the court comes Avery Cavazos. She'll go back to serve. Comes a serve from Cavazos. Knocked down by Garza. 13-6. Lady Raiders on top. Melanie Garza back to serve. Lopez, Delgadillo, sent across by Aguilar. Garza, out. Point goes to Lady Wildcats, 7-13. And it's going to be Yvette Gonzalez serving. Cantu setting. That one, I was going to say, is at the net or out of bounds, and it does go out of bounds. Just from my angle, couldn't tell exactly where it was going to end up. But I knew it wasn't going to end up on the court. Point, Lady Wildcats, 8-13, Gonzalez serving. Cantu with the set. Played well by Johnson. And the Lady Wildcats played even better. Lopez, Gonzalez, and Lopez. And this time the Lady Raiders make them pay. 14-8, they are up. Ibarra back on the court for the Lady Raiders. And it's going to be Cassandra Pardo serving for the Lady Raiders. Delgadillo, Gonzalez, Aguilar, Cantu to Ibarra. Chavarin Rivens, great net play. Gets the point for the Lady Wildcats, 9-14. Delgadillo serving. Rosenda Espinosa on the court as well. Good play at the net by the Lady Wildcats. And it pays off. 10-14, another point for them. Comes the serve from Delgadillo. Cantu. Double hit. Point Lady Wildcats. They are now down by just 3. Down by as many as 9 just a moment ago. Delgadillo serving. Set by Cantu to Johnson. Over. Miscommunication on the side of the Lady Wildcats. 15-11. Trailing by 4 are your Lady Wildcats. Onto the court for the Lady Raiders is Mia Guerrero. She'll go back to serve. Comes the serve from Guerrero. They'll set it to Espinosa. Kill for her. 12-15. Keeping it close are your Lady Wildcats. They'll send Quintanilla back onto the court, as well as Jackie Martinez. And they'll send Quintanilla back to serve. Quintanilla with the serve. Cantu sets to Ibarra. That's another point for the Lady Raiders. 16-12, 4-point lead. Tiffany Garza will be serving for the Lady Raiders. Quintanilla, Lopez, Espinosa. And that's a point for your Lady Wildcats. 13-16. Pulled within 3. They'll send a Lady Lopez back to serve. Here comes the serve from Lopez. Cantu with the set. Garza into the net. 14-16. Lady Wildcats pull to within 2 here in set number 3. Lopez serving. They set it to Ibarra. Ibarra getting very close to the net, plays it well. And now they lead by 3 again. The Lady Raiders do 17-14. Substitutions being made by the Lady Raiders, and back to serve, it's going to be Hannibal Blanco. Blanco with the serve. Gonzalez, Lopez, second shot over. Great hustle by the Lady Raiders, and a dink from Garza, and it's 18-14. Blanco serving with a 4-point lead, 18-14. Lopez setting. Espinosa. Lady Raiders defensively were ready. Pardo sends to the back. There was Quintanilla. Lopez sets it to Espinosa. That one is another point from Espinosa. Again, your Lady Wildcats keeping it close, down by only 3, 15-18. They make a few changes. Onto the court, comes back, is Anika Aguilar and Elena Bautista. Bautista will go back to serve. In the middle, set to Garza. She makes him pay. 19-15. Alondra Garcia for the Lady Raiders comes onto the court. And they'll send Gianna Cantu back to serve. Cantu serving. Set to Aguilar. She pushes it over. Garza with a dink, Aguilar with a save. Good play there by the Lady Wildcats. Staying close here. Trailing by 3, 16-19. Set number 3. As Araya Chavarin Rivens back on the court. Also joining her on the court is going to be Avery Cavazos. And Cavazos will go back to serve. This one's got to get over. Garza sends it across. Chavarin Rivens with the point. Just trailing by 2 are your Lady Wildcats, 17-19. And because of that, Coach Guerra wants a timeout. We are in set number 3. Lady Wildcats down by 2, 17-19. We'll be right back. Back from the timeout, Lady Wildcats down by 2, 17-19. And it's Avery Cavazos serving. Cantu with the set. Little confusion there, but Josette Perez knew what she was doing and got it across. Good play by Ibarra. Aguilar was ready for that one. Cantu with the set in the middle to Garza. Point, Lady Raiders 20-17. Melanie Garza serving for the Lady Raiders. They'll set it up to Aguilar. Cantu sets it. Pardo sends it over. Aguilar with the save. Lopez second shot over. Hustled down by Garza. Pardo across. Delgadillo. Set up by Lopez. Gonzalez sends it over. Double hit. Point, Lady Wildcats. And again, they're keeping it close here in the third set. Only trailing by 2, 18-20. Yvette Gonzalez back to serve. Cantu with the set. Johnson with the kill. 21-18. Ibarra comes back on the court for the Lady Raiders. It'll be Cassandra Pardo serving. Cavazos, second shot over by Gonzalez. She saw something and she placed it there. 19-21. Again, Wildcats trailing only by 2. Elena Espinosa back on the court. Charlie Delgadillo will be serving. Middle set to Johnson. Played well at the net by Chavarin Rivens. Third shot, got to get over. It does. Great play by your Lady Wildcats. Now down by only 1. 20-21. Here comes the serve from Delgadillo. 21-21. Lady Wildcats led early, began to trail. Now they are back. It's a tied ball game at 21. Delgadillo serving. Lady Wildcats playing defense. Knocked down by Johnson, 22-21. It was almost like a slam dunk. Making a substitution and coming onto the court is Mia Guerrero, and she'll go back to serve. Here comes the serve from Guerrero. Cavazos, Lopez, Espinosa, 22-22. Substitution being made. Jackie Martinez and Priscilla Quintanilla back on the court for your Lady Wildcats. And it'll be Quintanilla serving. Got to get it across. They do. Lopez pushes it back. Confusion down on the court. And now your Lady Wildcats, who were up early, then in the middle began to trail, or find themselves back up on top by one. 23-22 right here in the third set. A timeout called on the court. We're going to take one as well. It is Lady Wildcat Volleyball right here on KWES. Lady Raiders call a timeout as they find themselves trailing by one here in the third set. 23-22, Lady Wildcats serving. Quintanilla. Got to get it over, they do. Good play there by Ibarra. She had to go out of bounds for that one. Saved by Cantu. Delgadillo, Gonzalez. Blocked by Johnson. 23-23 is now the score. Lady Wildcats are digging deep to stay in this one. It is 23-23. Lady Raiders serving. It's Tiffany Garza. Delgadillo, Lopez. Sets it up. And that goes into the net. 24-23. A chance for the Lady Raiders to put it all the way here. But Coach Gorena calls a timeout. And as they take a timeout on the court, we are going to do the same. Lady Wildcat Volleyball right here on KWES. (24-23) is the score in set number 3. A chance for the Lady Raiders to put it all the way here. Serving is Garza, and they get it done. 25-23 as the Lady Raiders take it in 3 straight sets. Want to thank Joseph Hale. Great work on the computer. Vinny Berry on the camera. I am Joe Aguilar saying goodbye from the West High School Gymnasium, where your Lady Wildcats fall 3-0 to the Lady Raiders of Brownsville Rivera. Brownsville Rivera takes it in 3 straight sets, 25-16, 25-16, 25-23. We'll see you next time right here on KWES.